Good morning. As I explained in the previous video, that is rectifiers, half wave rectifier and center tapped full wave rectifier. So in this video, I'm going to explain bridge rectifier. What is the disadvantage with the center tapped full wave rectifier, and what is the advantage in bridge rectifier? How do we construct? What is the operation? So bridge rectifier. So center tap transformer is expensive and requires more space than the additional diodes. So most popular type of rectifier used is bridge rectifier. Bridge rectifier. So it consists of four diodes. See, again same thing. AC input to be rectified is applied to the primary of the transformer, and we use four diodes D1, D2, and D3, D4 forms a bridge. Forms a bridge. Here, dissimilar polarity. That means cathode of D3 is connected to anode of D1. So let's say that is the terminal A, that is connected to one end of the secondary transformer. Similarly, another dissimilar polarity. So let's say this is the terminal K. Again, it is either positive or negative. And D2, cathode of D2, anode of D2 is connected here to the one node. Then let's say C, and that is connected to another end of the secondary transformer. And similar polarities. So this is the terminal L, it can be negative or positive, and similar polarities. So negative of D1 and negative of D4 is connected to one terminal, one node, we say B. And similarly, anode of D3 and anode of D2 is connected to one node, that is A. So across this we connect one resistor, load resistor RL. Okay, and we consider voltage across this RL. This is bridge rectifier. Here important point is, so two dissimilar polarities are connected here, no, that is to the node A, that is connected to one end of the secondary transformer, and again another two dissimilar polarities are connected to the node C, that is connected to another end of the transformer. So and this B and D are the nodes, they are similar nodes, they connected similar polarities. Across this we connected one load resistor. So this is the input supply. So it requires four identical diodes to form a bridge network. Here circuit consists of four diodes D1, D2, D3, D4 connected across secondary of the transformer and load resistor. Secondary is connected to the point, to the node points A and C, and load resistor to the point node B and D. Let's analyze the circuit during the positive half cycle. So during the positive half cycle, see K is, terminal K becomes positive and L becomes negative. Okay, and this positive supply is connected to anode of D1 and that is connected to cathode of D3. So D3 becomes reverse bias. This is forward biased, correct? And then there exists a voltage flow through RL, and then through D2. So positive voltage is connected to D2 also, and as you know, negative voltage is connected, that is L is connected to cathode of D2. So D1 and D2 is forward biased. Okay, and D4 and D3 are reverse biased, because see, to this cathode positive is connected and to this anode negative is connected, hence they become off. Okay, this is what the current flow direction, current flows in this direction. Okay, so this is the direction of current flow. So and this is output signal, output signal. Okay, so hence only two diodes D1 and D2 are conducts and allows current to flow through RL. So output voltage is V0 is equal to Vi minus 2 Vf. So why we consider 2 Vfs? Because we have two diodes in the path. So we here there is a voltage drop Vs plus again here voltage drop Vf. So Vf plus Vf, 2 Vf. So that is why 2 Vf. Volt output voltage is practically output voltage is equal to Vi minus 2 Vf. And during the negative upcycle, so terminal K is negative and L is positive. This positive is connected to anode of D4 and cathode of D2. It becomes reverse bias, and this is forward biased on. Again, it flows current in this direction. Okay. So this positive is connected to anode of D3 and negative is connected to K terminal. So D3 is forward biased, and this negative is connected to D1, no? So D1 is reverse biased, and this positive is connected to cathode of D2, no? So D1 and D2 are reverse biased, becomes off. So they form open circuit. Open circuit. So this is what the current flow in this direction from negative to positive. Okay, right? So during the negative half cycle, this is the output, because direction of current flow is same. Direction of current flow is same from B to D in positive half cycle as well as negative half cycle. So only two diodes D3 and D4 are conducts and allows current to flow through RL. Again, output voltage is same, VI minus 2 times VF. Okay, so during both half cycle of input, output polarity is always positive. So both half cycles are positive output, but negative half cycles are inverted, so that output is continuous series of positive half cycles. Hence we call output is continuous cycles of positive half cycles, continuous series of positive half cycle of input or sinusoidal voltage. And as you know, instantaneous values of current and voltage of the transformer secondary. So because transformer secondary is applied to the diodes, no, they are represented as V is equal to Vm sin theta, I is equal to Im sin theta, where Im is equal to Vm by Rf plus Rf RL. So this is about bridge rectifier. Now we'll see how do we obtain average current, also called as a DC current and DC voltage. So here average value is obtained as the ratio of area under the curve over the full cycle divided by time period. Average value is obtained by calculating area under the curve over the full cycle divided by the time period. So let's consider for half wave rectifier. This is the output signal for one full cycle 0 to 2 pi. So we have a signal from 0 to pi. From pi to 2 pi it is 0. This is the corresponding DC output signal of half wave rectifier. So average output voltage is V0 is equal to VO. VO is equal to Vm sin theta. Output current I is equal to Im sin theta. So average current, first we will obtain average current, then we will obtain average voltage. As I said, to find the area of the curve we use integration. We use integration 0 to pi current I into d theta plus integration 0 to 2 pi current I into d theta. I mean integrate current with respect to theta for 0 to pi to 2 pi and 0 to pi. Observe the waveform from pi to 2 pi current is 0. Pi to 2 pi current is 0. So second terminal is not present. So only it has first terminal, first term. So as you know, I is equal to Im sin theta. So substitute that divided by 2 pi. So thus the period is 0 to 2 pi. The total period is 2 pi. And then so Im is constant. You take outside the integration. So outside the integration Im by 2 pi. Integration of sin theta is minus cos theta, and apply the limits 0 to 2 pi. Okay. First apply upper limit minus lower limit. So you take minus outside. So minus Im by 2 pi. Apply upper limit cos pi minus cos 0. So we know this is the cos way. So cos 0 value is 1. Cos 0 value is 1 and cos pi value is minus 1. Cos pi value is minus 1. So cos pi is minus 1, cos 0 is plus 1. So it becomes, this is minus 1 and minus 1. So minus it becomes minus 2. So minus into minus plus 2 get cancelled. It is Im by pi. IDC is equal to I maximum current, that is Im by pi. And we know pi value is 3.142 So 1 divided by 3.140 is 0.318 into IM, or else in terms of percentage, if you multiply by 100, it becomes 31.8% of IM. So IDC is equal to 31.8% of maximum current. Clear now? Similarly, average voltage for half-wave rectifier. As we know, V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So we need to obtain VDC. So VDC is equal to IDC into RL, to the resistor RL. Okay. So just we derived IDC is equal to IM by pi. Substitute that IM by pi into RL. And we know IM is equal to maximum current, that is VM by RF plus RS plus RL. Substitute this. It becomes VM into RL divided by RF plus RS plus RL into pi. And here divide both numerator and denominator by RL. So it becomes VM by RL, VM RL divided by RL. Yeah, this one. So RL get cancelled. It becomes VM. So numerator has only VM. So in the denominator, as we know, A plus B by C can be written as A by C plus B by C. Similarly, here we can write RF plus RS by RL plus RL by RL. So it becomes 1. So it can be written as RF plus RS by RL in plus 1 into pi. So numerator is VM. Okay. And again, if RL is very larger than RF plus RS, that means denominator is very larger than numerator, then the value becomes approximately equal to 0. So suppose that is, if RF plus RS is equal to 1 divided by RL is equal to 100, 1 divided by 100 is equal to 0.001. So that we consider approximately equal to 0. So that is why this term becomes 0. The remaining is 1. So into pi. So Vm by pi. It reduces to Vm by pi. Okay, so VDC is equal to Vm by pi. Again, 1 over pi is 0.318, or it can be expressed as percentage 31.8% of Vm. Clear now? This is average voltage for half-wave rectifier. So average current is Im by pi, that is 31.8% of Im, and average voltage is 31.8% of Vm. So I'll continue in the next video.